family or any friends locally. We don't have any friends that could help or anything, so it's just us on our own, and we've been doing the best we can. Hello Sherry, how you doing? Hello all about that tea. Good to see you again. But if you'd like to help us, my GoFundMe is on the bio. It's in my bio if you'd like to share it, the link to it. Like I say, we're just going through a really hard time, and we're trying to get out of this situation. Hello Anna, but we don't have any family or anything, and it's just been very difficult. Been trying to find meaningful work, and most of what you get isn't that great, you know. I've been able to keep a roof over our heads and keep us fed and all, but it's very difficult at times. Hello Boston. And I haven't had the ability to even save for a car, and so that's why I decided to try to, I started a GoFundMe to see if, I could get some help raising money for a car. Because the area that we live in is, to say car dependent is an understatement. Hello Sherry, it's good to see you again. It's just a very difficult situation. My wife doesn't work, Taylor, Layla. I don't know why I called you Taylor. I guess I mixed the T and the L together, but she's a homemaker type, and she does her part. Hello Fireman Woody, how you doing? The problem is the area that we're in is a very tribalistic area where it's full of inner circles and stuff like that, and so it's very difficult to get work in general, but especially meaningful work. I've been trying to find something that not only sustains us but allows me to begin to save, and it's just been so difficult. And like I say, I was on Nextdoor a few months ago, and this woman messaged me, and she wanted to exchange her car for work, and so I went and I worked for her, and I got the car. She waited for it to be signed over in my name, and when I was driving it to the motel where we're staying at, it broke down on me. Luckily it broke down in front of the motel, but I wasn't able to get much money for it. I tried to fix it with what little money I had at first, but I couldn't afford to fix it, so I had to sell it for only not very much, and it was just a really disappointing experience, because I thought finally I had a way out of this situation, and to just be taken advantage of like that in such an awful situation. And the woman ghosted me, after I told her that the car broke down, because I was supposed to come back and work some more for her, but as soon as I told her that my car broke down, she just ghosted me, and she went silent. And that's one thing you deal with a lot in this situation. Oh, she definitely knew, Layla. It was just one of those situations, I had a bad feeling about it, but with that situation, the reward outweighed the risk. But this time, it just so happened that the risk was the thing that won out. But it's so awful, because in this situation, we've had so many people trying to take advantage of us, and it's just very sickening, just the predators. It's been crazy. Hello Neen, how you doing? Hello Barbara Mansue, how you doing? But like I say, if y'all want to help us share our GoFundMe, we'd really appreciate it. We don't have any family or anything, so it's just us by ourselves, and we're just trying to share it and trying to get help. And like I say, I've been working, finding odd jobs here and there, mowing grass and stuff like that, but I haven't been able to find any meaningful employment. I used to DoorDash before my car broke down, and so in this area, that's like you know, a good paying thing that allows you to be able to make some money. But there's a lot of nepotism and tribalism around here that prevents you from getting meaningful employment. Hello Ashley, how you doing? Hello Melissa. And then when you don't have a car, that's like people repellent around here. Like around here, people are so obsessed with not only cars but especially trucks. And so if you don't have one of those, they look down upon you. And I've had a few job offers, but once I told them I didn't have a vehicle, even though I was in walking distance to them, you know, they ghosted me. They didn't want to give me the job anymore. So that's something that you deal with a lot around here, and it's really awful. People around here, they look down upon somebody walking. You know, it's not like in other parts of the country where a lot of people walk and it's kind of normal. In this area, that's seen as like the lowest of the low, and people are just very judgmental and hateful. Hello Shelley. My area is actually quite villainous. You know, the people around here, they act like Gotham City people, like country versions of them. I think it has a lot to do with pollution. I think there's a lot of pollution in this area from industry, and I think that's what makes people so mean and hateful. It's kind of like if you ever watch The Hills Have Eyes and those inbred hillbilly movies. You know, the people are always very ornery and very angry and very on edge. Hello Michael of 10, how you doing? But if y'all have any questions about my story, feel free to ask. I have my GoFundMe. It's for me and my wife on my page. It's in my bio, the link is. If you'd like to help us share it, we'd really appreciate it. Hello Genevieve Bella, how you doing? Hello Michelle. But it's just been a very difficult situation, and like I say, a few months ago we had a woman take advantage of us, and you know, I thought we were getting out of that situation. I thought we were going to have a car again, and she gave us a car that broke down on me on the way home and ghosted me, and so it's been a very awful situation. Hello Epilepsy Warrior, how you doing? Hello Kira Rose. So, like I say, I'm just trying to reach people and hopefully get help sharing our GoFundMe and helping us reach people and get help. Hello Tisha Wishy, how you doing? Hello Rico, how you doing? Hello Christina Ma. Hello Horse Lady, how you doing? But like I say, if you'd like to help us share our GoFundMe, it's in my bio on my page. The link is. It's just been a very difficult situation that we're trying to get out of. I've been trying to find meaningful employment and trying to get out of the situation. I've been able to find, you know, employment here and there, but I haven't been able to find meaningful employment that allows me to begin to save. And that's why we decided to make a GoFundMe, so that we could get help, you know, raising money for a car, so that we can get back to door dashing and get back to making money and get back on our feet. Hello, I'm just a girl. It's good to see you again. In this area, not having a car is very difficult, and the jobs that you can find that are pretty, you know, they're still hard to get, but you can get them. You're not able to save up enough money to even begin to get a car. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate you. So if you would help us share that GoFundMe and help us reach people, we'd really appreciate it. We don't have any family or anything. Like I say, me and my girl, we've been together for quite a few years, and I used to DoorDash for a living until my car broke down, and I've been trying to get out of the situation ever since, but I've struggled to find meaningful employment in this area. Hello, Mama Kay and Will. And you know, we've had a lot of people try to take advantage of us in this situation, and I've been able to find some odd jobs here and there, but it's been very difficult to find something, like I say, that allows us to begin to save to get back on our feet. Back when I DoorDashed, I made pretty decent money. You know, I could make $150 to $200 some days. And so right now my problem is that I'm just stranded without a car in an area that is heavily dependent upon cars. Like, you can't even DoorDash in this area unless you have a car. You can't use a bicycle, you can't walk. It's completely car only. And so it makes it so difficult, because, you know, I can't just go walk, I can't just like do it that way. I can't do it at all. And, you know, we don't have any family or anything that would let us use a car. So it's just very difficult, like I say. And hello, Pony, how you doing? Just trying to begin to rebuild and be able to take those first steps. Hello, Courtney, how you doing? Excuse me. But about 3 months ago, we had this woman on Nextdoor message me, and she offered me a car in exchange for work. I was supposed to go, originally it was just paint her house, but then it became scrape the old paint off, and we never even got to the painting part. And she went ahead and signed the car over to me after I did all the scraping, the hard work. And then the car broke down on me on the way home to the motel we're staying at. And luckily it broke down here, but it was pretty upsetting, because, you know, we had went without a car for quite a little while, and I thought, you know, my hard work had finally paid off. But we were taken advantage of, and when I told the woman about the car, she ghosted me. She just went silent. So that was very disappointing, especially to put in all that work for a car that broke down. Like, because, you know, I had been without a car for quite a while at that point, and then I had a little taste of freedom again, and it was just the cruelest thing, and it just hurt so much. Like, to say it wasn't catastrophic to my mental health and overall well-being would be a great lie. Well, Taylor, like I say, what got us in this situation was, see, I used to DoorDash and my car broke down. Then we ended up at this motel, living week to week at this weekly rate motel. I did a post on Nextdoor, you know, telling people I'm looking for work and all that kind of stuff. And then this woman messaged me, and she was a wealthier woman, and she offered me a car in exchange for work. And I went and did the work, and it became more and more. She kept adding more work to it, and I didn't have a problem doing it. But then she signed the car over to me, and I drove it home to this motel we're staying at, and it broke down on me like right when we got back. I mean, when I went to start it up again, it was broke down, and I had to get somebody to help me push it back up to the parking spot, because when I cranked it, it just started rolling back. It would not work anymore. And it ended up being something like to do with the clutch or the hydraulics, but I couldn't afford to fix it, so I had to sell it for very cheap. And because I couldn't just have it broke down at this motel. And like I say, it was very upsetting. And it's just been really sad, because in this situation, you know, we've just had so many people try to take advantage of us. and exploit us, and it's just been really awful. Hello Robin, hello Samantha man, how you doing? Hello Hugh, hello Miss Rosie, hello Lena. But hello Amy and Robin and VQ. Hello Texas Tornado. My girl's actually from Texas. She's from San Antonio. I do, Destiny. She's taking a bath right now. She'll be out in a minute though. Hello Kylie. How you doing? Hello Spaceman. But yeah, if y'all would help us share our GoFundMe, I can't share it in the comments on here. Thank you, Will. But it's in my bio on my profile if you'd like to share it. The link is, and help us reach people and help us raise money so that we can get back on our feet. Right now we're needing help, you know, keeping the roof over our heads, but also we're trying to raise enough money so that we can get a car. That way I can, you know, go back to door dashing and get back on my feet and not have to deal with any of this anymore, because this area is very like dependent on cars, and you know, if you don't have a car you can't really do anything around here, and people look down upon you too. I've lost quite a few jobs because I didn't have a car. They were originally going to hire me, but then once they realized I didn't have a car, they ghosted me. But I would like to get back to DoorDash, and I would like to, you know, make money again, because in this area you can't DoorDash unless you have a car, or I mean a car, because you can't use a bicycle, you can't walk, and none of the apps like Uber Eats and none of those let you just walk or use a bicycle. You have to have a car to do it, which makes it really tragic, because where I'm staying at, there's a few motels and there's a few fast food places, and it'd be so easy for me to just walk there and DoorDash, but they don't let you do that. So, you know, that's just how it is, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't that way though. Like, it's so teasing, you know, just being stranded here at this motel. And it's like, I'll open up my DoorDash app and it's just like red hot, just like bright red. Like, I could make so much money, but I can't because I don't have a car, and I don't have any family, and I don't have anybody that would let me use a car. And I really miss DoorDash, and it was actually really fun. And you can make really decent money doing it. Hello Kat and KJ. Sometimes I'd make like $200 in a day. I'd usually make around $1 to $150 a day, but sometimes it would be like $250 or $250, $200, and it was pretty good. I miss doing it, and I honestly just miss living my life and having independence and freedom, and not you know, not being like this like I am now. It really eats at you, and I don't know, it's almost seemed like I've been in some personal hell ever since my car broke down. Like, just all the things that entails and what I've went through. And like I say, we've had so many people try to take advantage of us in this situation, and it's just been so awful. Thank you, Lee Cornett. Well, Tori, I've had a few jobs. Like I was telling people, I've struggled to find meaningful employment. Like, the work that I've been able to find around here is like minimum wage, or like quick jobs like mowing grass and stuff like that. But I haven't been able to find a job that allows me to save money. I've barely been able to break even most of the time. But I haven't been able to begin to save money, and that's why I started the GoFundMe, so that we could get help raising money for a car and help with rent when we need it. I would love to just, you know, have a vehicle again and get back on my feet and go back to living my life and making money and all that. But like I say, we don't have any family or anything. It's just me and her, and it's just very difficult, especially in an area that's so reliant upon cars. Like you just, and where we're staying is kind of like in the middle of the ghetto. So it's like you know how it is. Like there's not really anything in this immediate area, and like everything is such a far walk. When we want to go to the store, it's like a 2-3 mile walk. When we want to, you know, go anywhere, it's so far away, and it's just so isolating. Like you feel like you're in a personal hell, and it's just so difficult. And I just want to be able to begin to get out of this situation. And like I say, if I only had access to a vehicle, I could easily make a bunch of money, and I could I could get out of the situation in a day. I used to make so much money on DoorDash. Like I would make $150, $200, sometimes about $300 a day, and I miss that, you know. And I just miss the open road. It haunts me. It teases me. Like, you know, I see the road out there and I'm stranded here, and there's nothing you can do about it, and it just gets to you. Like it eats away at your very being. And you DoorDash, Judy? Hello, Morgan. How you doing? It hurts, like I say. It just really gets to you. But if anybody'd like to help us share our GoFundMe, the link is in my bio on my profile. We'd appreciate if you'd help us share that and reach people and raise money so that we can get back on our feet. Oh, you like DoorDashing, Judy? I miss DoorDashing. In my area, they only let you DoorDash if you have a car, because it's not really pedestrian friendly, and everything's so far away from each other, so you have to have a car to DoorDash. They don't let you do it with a bicycle or walking. Hello, Matt JT, how you doing? But like I say, it's so important and crucial for us to get back on our feet and to get a car, and that's the first step. Because like I say, I've been trying to find meaningful employment to save money, but all I've been able to do is, you know, find stuff to barely break even most of the time. It really does, Judy. Like it hurts because I got my DoorDash app, or I did. I don't think I have it right now, but it'll just be bright red and there's nothing I can do about it. Like I was saying, I was taken advantage of a few months ago. This woman messaged me on Nextdoor, and she offered me work for exchange of a car. And you know, I did the work, and then she signed the car over to me, and I was driving the car home to this motel we're staying at, and it broke down on me. And that just really hurt, and I had to sell it because I couldn't afford to work on it. Luckily it was broke down here at the motel, but I couldn't just leave it at the motel. I had to get rid of it. And it was so teasing. For the first time in quite a little while, I had a taste of freedom. I was planning on DoorDash, and I had the app downloaded again. And it was just such a tease. Like, I'd been having nightmares about that. I've been having nightmares about that, where I would get a car, but it would break down on me, and it came true. Well, Tori, my father's dead, and my mother is, it's a difficult situation with her. She kind of had a mental breakdown after my father died, and she's not the same anymore. She's very self-destructive. Hello, Batty Ronnie, how you doing? Thank you, Tori, I appreciate it. If y'all would like to help us, if you'd share our GoFundMe, help us reach people. I also have some other means in my bio if you'd like to directly help us. We're just trying to, you know, keep a roof over our heads and hopefully get a car so that we can begin to get back on our feet. I would share it here in the comments, but it won't let me do that. So, and my girl will be out of the bath soon. She's taking a bath. And I also got to plug my phone up because it's going to go dead on me if I don't. 6%. That's crazy. Let me go see what she's doing real quick. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm going to pause. Just been trying to and begin to get out of this situation. And like I say, if anybody'd like to help us, we have our GoFundMe link in the bio, and we have other means like Venmo and PayPal, I do believe, if you'd like to help that way. We're just trying to get out of the situation and trying to hopefully raise enough money for a car so that we can begin to get back on our feet. How's everybody doing tonight? Would you put this over there when you get finished? Or just put it over there? There she is. I'm okay, Taylor. How about you? How you doing? Like I say, we're just trying to raise money for rent and hopefully to get a car so that we can get back on our feet and I can start making money again. Right now we're stranded at a motel and we're trying to get back on our feet. I have our GoFundMe link in the bio on my profile. I also have other means like PayPal and Venmo if you'd like to help us that way. If you Hello Zoe baby, how you doing? Melissa on my way. You, how you doing? My. I don't know about y'all, but I got a bit of a headache. But like I say, if y'all like to help us share our GoFundMe link, it's in the bio. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you. We also have Venmo and PayPal if you'd like to help that way. But I'm going to tell a little bit more about my story. I used to DoorDash for a living until my car broke down. And then we've been staying at this weekly rate motel. I've been trying to find meaningful employment, but I've just been able to find, you know, minimum wage and like grass mowing jobs that barely help me break even. Sometimes not even that. But trying to save money so that we can get a car and get out of the situation. Also, our rent is due in the morning. We're staying at a weekly rate motel, and right now we're broke, and so we're just really trying to get help, because like I say, we don't have any family or anything, and it's just us by ourselves. But not having a car in this area is pretty awful, because not only is everything so far away, but people also look down upon you. I've had a few jobs that were decent jobs that I lost because I didn't have a car. You know, they told me that they wanted me to work for them, and then once they found out I didn't have a car, they just ghosted me. And so it's just been very difficult. Hello, Alexis, how you doing? Goodness gracious alive. How's everybody doing? Hello, Indie girl, it's good to see you again. She doesn't have like a job, Casey, but she's a homemaker type, and she does her job. Hello, Pat Mantefel, how you doing? Hadn't seen you in a while either, Indie girl. I've been busy working and trying to survive. It's been a rough few months, and this cold has especially gotten to me, but I'm recovering and I'm feeling better. But it was a rough winter. I don't know about for you. But I'm glad it's finally warming up. The older I get, the more and more I don't like the cold. If you'd like to help us, our GoFundMe link is in my bio on my profile, and we also have Venmo and PayPal if you'd like to help that way. I have my story in the description on my GoFundMe if you'd like to read it. Or if you want to ask me some questions, or just wait for me to talk about it again. Yeah, the cold is just dragging out, isn't it, Indie girl? Like, it just, I remember there for a while they say it's supposed to be warming up, but it never would warm up. They say it's supposed to be, like they say, expect warming over the next 3 days, and then it'd be freezing again tonight, and the forecast would always change. Hello, KMD, how you doing? Okay, KMD, how about you? Just trying to get some help. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate you, and thank you for the like, Indie girl. Like I say, me and my girl here, we're trying to raise money so that we can get a car, and also for rent in the meantime. We have a GoFundMe. My link's in my bio on my profile. We also have Venmo and PayPal if you'd like to help that way, or if you could just share it and help us reach people. I used to DoorDash for a living until my car broke down, and I've been struggling to find meaningful employment, and I've been able to find, jobs that just help me break even, and sometimes not even that, but I haven't been able to find a job that even begins to let me save. So well, a few months ago, this woman offered me a car in exchange for work, and we went and did the work. My girl helped me, and at first it was just supposed to be painting, then it turned into scraping, and we were supposed to keep working. We got all the scraping done, and then the woman signed the car over to me, and then I was driving it home to this motel we're staying at, and it broke down on me, and I had to get somebody to help me push it back into the parking spot, and I had to sell it because I tried to fix it, but I didn't have the money to fix it, and I couldn't just leave it broke down at the motel. So I went ahead and sold it, and I didn't get very much money for it. So it was very cruel, We've had a lot of people take advantage of us. She said it was in working condition. She said it was pretty decent condition, but as soon as I told her about the car, she ghosted me. As soon as I told her it broke down, she just ghosted me and went silent. And I tried for about 2 weeks to fix it. I honestly don't know. I mean, I don't know, KMD, because I don't know if you'd have to, how do I say this? Like the court fees and all that. I don't know how much all of that would be. I don't know if it would outweigh the reward you would get for that if you even got it. But right now it's just a fight for survival, so dealing with all that's quite overwhelming. So I've been just trying to push forward, but it's been so awful because, like I say, we don't have any family or anything, and this area is so tribalistic. Unless you know people, nobody wants to help you. If you don't have a car, they look down upon you. And I'm just trying to get a car so that we can go back to DoorDashing and begin to make money. And around here they don't let you DoorDash unless you got a car. You can't walk, and you can't use a bicycle, which is really awful because I'm right here around these motels and fast food places, and I can make some decent money just walking around, but they won't let you, DoorDash won't let you do that around here. Well, the thing is, DoorDash isn't what ruined my last car. It was just, it was an older car, and I'd had it for a while, and it just kind of unexpectedly gave out on me. Hello, Mindy Welsh, how you doing? But I thought about the whole rental car thing. I thought about looking into that. And that might be something I do in the future, I'm not sure. But, I miss the freedom of having a car. And, I've been trying to earn the money to get one, but I'm not able to find meaningful employment that allows me to begin to save money. I have to spend everything I make on this motel room and food, and I have to spend so much money every month. I spend a little over $1,000 on this motel room a month, and then I spend about $1,000 on food, about $1,000. It's about $700-800 on food. So it's just a very difficult situation. Hello, Poppy, how you doing? like I say, if any of y'all would like to help us or help us share our information, I've got my GoFundMe link in my bio. That's my wife, Rain. And also we got Venmo and PayPal if you'd like to help that way. She's shy, Rain. She's not shy once you get to know her, though. Thank you, Ray Ray. What movie are you talking about? Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate it. But like I say, if y'all would like to help us share our information, it's in my bio. Okay, Ray Ray. We've just been trying to get out of this situation and try to get back on our feet, and it's just been a very difficult situation, especially with people taking advantage of you, you know? Like, people try to take advantage of you. So how you doing tonight, Rain? The Skeleton Key movie? Which one? Like, which character? Okay. Well, I am Creole, Ray Ray. I'm from the Gulf Coast, not far from New Orleans. Hello, Miss Bev. How you doing? But like I say, I used to DoorDash for a living. I'm just trying to raise money to get a car and also keep a roof over our heads in the meantime. Hopefully, you know, we raise enough to get a car, but while we wait, we have to keep a roof over our heads. And so, yeah, it's based, I watched it a long time ago. I think it's based in like St. Tammany Parish. Thank you, Ray Ray. I appreciate you. Hello, Sassy Meemaw. How you doing? I like your crescent moon, Sassy Meemaw. Goodness gracious, Lord. Thank you for the gifts, Ray Ray. Hello, Marvin. How you doing? Thank you, Ray Ray. I appreciate you. Well, I'm not British or British. I don't think I'm bratty, if that's what you mean. But I guess I can be bratty. Hello, Ian. How you doing? But wouldn't bratish be two T's? Literally. Thank you, Ray Ray. I appreciate you. Hello, Ian. Thank you, Ray Ray. I appreciate you. Hello, Kelly Blair. How you doing? Hello again, Marvin. How you doing? Thank you, Ray Ray. I appreciate you. But like I say, we're just trying to raise money for a car and also rent. Hopefully we make enough to where we can get a car and get back on our feet. But If y'all would help us share it and help us reach people, I got my GoFundMe link in my bio. I also have a Venmo and PayPal handle if you'd like to help that way. Thank you, Ray Ray. I appreciate you. Thank you, Kelly Blair. I appreciate your likes. So who was your favorite character in Skeleton Key, Ray Ray? I remember it had Gina Rowlands and Pete Sarsgaard. It had Kate Hudson. Her name was Caroline, and then you had what was her last name? They used like a stereotypical Southern last name. It was Hollingsworth, wasn't it? Or Devereaux, that's what it was. I was thinking, because on Golden Girls, Blanche, her maiden name is Hollingsworth, but her married name is Devereaux. Hello, Angel. How you doing? Then I think the lawyer, his name was Luke, wasn't it? Then you had John Hurt was in that movie too. We watched it when I was like 8 years old. Came out like in October 2005. Her husband in real life? I can't remember who she was married. Oh, I don't know. She didn't have a husband in the movie, unless you're talking about the old couple. I don't know. I'm not sure. Gina Rowlands was in some good movies, though. I don't know, is she even still alive? She was like in that, was it Practical Magic and some other movies. Hello, Just Call Me V. How you doing? I tell you, a good movie if you like psychological thrillers is 1408 with John Cusack. That's a good movie. Justify. Yeah, you had Papa Justify and Mama something. That was the black couple who was actually inhabiting Gina Rowlands and Peter Sarsgaard, and then later Kate Hudson. Mama Cecil, that's what it was. That was a good movie because, you know, it kept you in the dark until the very end. Like, I like a psychological thriller like that, where it's like you don't understand what's going on until the end. Hello, Ray Ray, how you doing? Because they had you believing. Thank you, Ray Ray, I appreciate all the gifts. Hello, Just Call Me. They had you believing that the old couple or the old woman was just superstitious, but she was just playing mind games with old Caroline. Caroline didn't didn't realize that she was just conditioning her. Hello, Emma Rose, how you doing? Yeah, and you didn't realize that at the time. You thought he was just maybe scared of ghosts or something. But then it made sense why he was trying to escape. Thank you, Marla. I appreciate you. Hello again, Taylor. How you doing? Thank you, Marla. I appreciate you. I appreciate the gifts, everybody, and the likes. But like I say, we're trying to raise money for a car and also for help with rent until we're able to start door dashing again. So if you'd like to help us, my GoFundMe link is in my bio, and we also have a Venmo and a PayPal in the bio if you'd like to help that way. And if you can just share it and help us reach people, we'd appreciate it. Hello, Deb. How you doing? Thank you, Marla. I appreciate you. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate the share. Thank you, Marla. How you doing, Deb? Who's that with you in your profile picture? Is that a baby or a dog? I can't tell. Let me look at it. Oh. It's a baby. That's what I thought it was. Pretty baby. Thank you, Marla. I appreciate you. I'm all right, Deb. Just me and my wife are trying to get help. We're raising money. My car broke down, and it's a long story, but we're trying to get back on our feet and trying to raise money to get a car and also keep a roof over our heads. Like I was telling everybody, our GoFundMe link is in my bio, my profile, and I also have a Venmo and PayPal if you'd like to. It's in the bio too if you'd like to help that way. But like I say, we're just trying to get back on our feet after losing our car. Hello, Crystal. If you have any questions about my situation, feel free to ask. I also have I think there's a few paragraphs in my on my GoFundMe talking about my situation, but I also talk about it here from time to time. But like I say, if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask and I'll talk about it. Oh, goodness. So is that your first grandchild, Deb? Oh, my. No, we don't have any family, Taylor. We both come from broken families. That's part of what united us. You know, we both went through similar situations. Kind of bonded us. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate it. My nose is itchy. Would you go get that thing and throw it away? Oh, goodness. Ow. Well, I'm 29 and she's 26. Marla, how old are you? Blue Jay girl. How you doing? 37, okay. My intuition told me 37. I don't know if you believe in intuition. Hello, Jess Bears. How you doing? Hello, Paul. How you doing? Where are you from, Marla? We're from the Gulf Coast. I gotta sit up again. Oh, goodness. My back's hurting. I'm alright, Paul. We're just trying to raise money. Excuse me. I used to DoorDash for a living and my car broke down. We're just trying to get help getting out of this situation. Missouri, something told me that too. We're in Mississippi. But I have my GoFundMe on my in my bio if you'd like to look at it. It has my story in it and what we've been through. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Goodness. But like I say, just been trying to find meaningful employment, but it's pretty much impossible around here. And so I'm just trying to get help with a car so that we can get back on our feet and, you know, go back to living our life and making money and all of that. What's it on? 20%. It'd be fine. You can plug it up though.
Right.
How's everybody doing? Hello, Tammy. How you doing? Thank you, Marla. I appreciate you. That's good, Tammy. I'm glad you're doing well. A little bit about me. I used to DoorDash for a living until my car broke down. And this area that we're in, they don't let you DoorDash without a car. So that kind of put us in a bad situation. And now we're living week to week at a weekly rate motel. And I'm trying to find meaningful employment, but I haven't been able to so far. And so we started a GoFundMe trying to raise money to help us get a car to get back on our feet so we can go back to door dashing. So if you'd like to help us share that or help us in any way, we'd appreciate it. My GoFundMe link is in my bio on my profile, and also we have Venmo and PayPal if you'd like to help that way, or help us share it, help us reach people. We'd really appreciate it. Hello, Tara. How you doing? What you doing, Tammy? Marla, do you pronounce Missouri as Missouri or Missouri? Most people I meet these days don't call it Missouri, but a lot of the older people from Missouri call it Missouri. Hello, Bryce. How you doing? remember, what was the second option, Marla? You have to excuse me, I'm quite overwhelmed right now. I got a lot on my plate. Hello, animal lover, how you doing? Well, we're all right, animal lover, just going through a rough situation. Like I say, I used to DoorDash for a living and my car broke down. It's a long story, but we're trying to raise money for a car and also help with rent. And I'm trying to get back to DoorDashing so I can get back on my feet. If you'd like to read more about my story, feel free to ask, or if you go on my GoFundMe, it has a description where it talks about my story. But we're just trying to get help, like I say, and get back on our feet. Okay, so you say Missouri. Well, that's cool. I'm in Mississippi, animal. How about you? You know, I don't know what it is. Connecticut, I don't know if you believe in intuition, but something just told me it was Connecticut. I saw it in my mind right before he said it. That's cool. I love Connecticut. I've actually been up there. It's a pretty state. Very rural. Lots of hills. I don't know what it is about this TikTok, but I find it very draining, especially doing the lives. I don't know what it is, but it's very draining to me. Hello, PR. How you doing? If y'all would help us share our GoFundMe, the link is in my bio on my profile. We also have Venmo and PayPal if you'd like to help that way. And like I say, if you can only share it, you know, that would help us so much, help us reach people. It definitely does, Animal. I don't know why it does, but it does. I get very tired and exhausted. Thank you, animal lover. I appreciate you. Hello, DAP14 Saline. Hello, Cali girl. How you doing? Had to pop my jaw, y'all. 12:48 a.m. It's 11:50 for me. Hello, how you doing? Y'all ever popped your jaw? It's the most amazing feeling. I like to pop mine as often as possible, anytime I can. I popped it about both sides about 2 or 3 times tonight. 11:50, so you in the same time zone as me, Marla, but that's because you from Missouri. Or Missouri, as you would say it, huh? Do you find that most people say Missouri still in your area? Thank you, Marla, I appreciate that. Like I say, I don't meet many people that still call it Missouri. Everybody I meet from Missouri says Missouri. Excuse me. Dennis, how you doing? Thank you. I appreciate you for sharing it with everybody, Animal. Hello, Becky V. Hello, Just Me, Kathy. How you doing? It's been all right, Mike Dennis. Like I was saying earlier, I had somebody take advantage of me about 3 months ago. A woman reached out to me on Nextdoor offering a car in exchange for work, and I did the work, and she signed it over to me, and the car broke down on me when I got here to this motel room, and I couldn't afford to work on it, so I had to sell it, and she ghosted me as soon as I told her that it broke down. I was supposed to do more work for her, but there's one bad thing about this situation is you've had a lot of people trying to prey upon us. That one, I had bad feelings about it and about her, but the reward outweighed the risk in that one, so I was willing to take the chance. Thank you, Marla. I appreciate you. Well, especially in a situation like that, I mean, you just traded a car to somebody, and then you just gonna go silent like that, you know? It really is, especially to somebody who's in a vulnerable situation. It's really awful. But, you know, that's what makes this situation so hard is, like, we don't have any family, and so nobody wants to help. And then the only people you do get trying to help you are exploitative, predatory people who are just trying to take advantage of you. And so it's been very difficult. Like I say, I used to DoorDash for a living, and my car broke down, and it left me stranded. And I've been able to find jobs here and there, but I haven't been able to find meaningful employment because it's very difficult around here to find meaningful employment. So I'm trying to raise money to get a car and get help with rent, but ultimately raise money to get a car so I can go back to DoorDash and get back on my feet. Yeah, we don't have any resources in our area, Animal Lover. I mean, it's just one of those areas, really this whole region, where you're pretty much on your own. Hello, Poppy again. How you doing? So, and then with that car, it was just such a tease. It was so cruel, like a little taste of freedom for the first time in a long time. And you know, I'd been having nightmares about that happening, and sure enough it happened, where it broke down on me right as I was getting back. And it was just really catastrophic. I mean, I was already feeling bad from the winter and all that, and just not eating that much, and it just really got to me. I mean, subconsciously. You say it's not applicable? I'm trying to think of how I could do it, because it won't let me share it in the comments. Let me try this. Hold on just 1 minute. I think I can do it right here. Maybe I can't, I don't know. Yeah, it's only to like organizations. Isn't that elitist? Oh my, so predictable, isn't it? But if you want to, what I'm actually going to do in a minute is I'm going to make a video with my GoFundMe, and that way people can find it. Yeah, I put a link in my bio to the GoFundMe, Jess Bears. Actually, I might be able to just like private message it to you. I don't know, can you do that while you're talking? I don't know. any children yet, animal lover. We wanted to have children, but this car breakdown and everything has put everything on hold. And we want to wait until we're back stable again to have children. Were you able to click on it eventually, Jess Bears? I think all you gotta do is like copy and paste it and search it, and it'll take you there. Alright. Yeah, we're very responsible animal. We prioritize the child's well-being, you know. Like, we want to have children, but we don't want it to struggle. We don't want it to, you know, we're very responsible. A lot of people aren't responsible. Then they make excuses and say, you know, I don't like when people do that. Hello, Marteza and Bruisen. How are you doing? Hello, Hers. Good to see you again. How you doing, Marteza? Well, that's good, Marteza. Just trying to share our fundraiser, our GoFundMe, and trying to get help. I used to DoorDash for a living until my car broke down, and so now we're trying to raise money to get a car so that we can get back on our feet. I've been working jobs I can find, but it's not enough to you know, begin to save. We've been getting through her. Like I said, we've had some setbacks and stuff. Had a woman a few months ago take advantage of me and traded me a car for work, but the car broke down on me on the way home, so I had to sell it. But it's been pretty rough, but we're getting through. And you know, it's been so hard to find meaningful employment. That's why I finally decided that I would just try to fundraise for a car. That way we could just get back on our feet and go back to making money. And you know, that's really the only way out of this situation. If y'all would like to share our GoFundMe, the link is in my bio. All you have to do is copy it and paste it into your search engine, and you can find it if you want to help us share it and reach people. Also, we've got a Venmo and a PayPal, our information in the bio too, if you'd like to help that way. And like I say, if you can't do that, if you can just like help us share it, help us spread it around and reach people, we'd appreciate that. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope y'all are all doing well. Hello, Kuda. Good to see you again. What you doing, Kuda? I got you. Hello, Cornelia. But if anybody would like to help us, our GoFundMe is in my bio on my profile, and we also have Venmo and PayPal. If you'd like to help that way, it's in the bio. We're trying to raise money for a car and also rent money for the meantime, and we're trying to get back on our feet. And so if you'd like to help us, or if you'd like to help us reach people and share it, we'd really appreciate it. Hello, Christina Ma. It's good to see you again. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope y'all are all doing well. Hello, Brittany. How you doing? Well, if you follow me, Jess Bear, I can follow you back and send you a message and send it to you that way. I followed you. Alright, I don't know. Let's see if I can message. I guess I gotta wait until we're finished. Excuse me. Until we're finished with this. But when I get finished with this live in a minute, I'm gonna share it with you, because I gotta take a break anyway. Because, like I say, doing TikTok live is pretty draining. My. Oh, it's alright, Jess Bear. It is, Animal Lover. You got a wife or a special person in your life, Animal Lover? Just you. Well, nothing wrong with that. Do you want to find a special someone, or are you not looking? Not yet. We want to get a dog, Jess Bear. We want to get a pit bull. We're going to name him Jupiter. But right now we can't have any animals because we're staying in a motel. So we're trying to get out of this situation and get back on our feet. Hello, D-Dim looking for L. How you doing? I got you, Animal Lover. Nothing wrong with that. It can be quite nice living by yourself. Very quiet and peaceful. You got a cat too, huh? I like cats. At this motel we're staying at, there's cats outside. Excuse me. One we call tuna fish, because that was the first thing we gave him, was some tuna fish. And he tried to be a user, just, using us for food, but I wouldn't play that, so I cut him off for a long time, and then eventually he started being nice and not just using us for food. Animals can learn lessons too. A Shih Tzu and a pug. Which one are you closest to out of the dogs or the cats? Or you equal with them all? Hello, Brittany again. How you doing? Are you a different Brittany, huh? The other one had two Y's. My. I'll have to take this off for a minute. Oh, goodness. gracious. Wow. Goodness gracious alive. My. I feel you. Dogs can be quite annoying, Jess. Hello, Debbie. How you doing? Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate you. Hello, Nikki. How you doing? All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to take a break from this live for a little while, and I'm going to do some things. And Jess, I'll send you a message. But I hope to see all y'all again soon. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate you.